viewers out there. My name is Alpha Cho. Once again, it's time for Sports Orbit. Salifu Usman is also in the studio today. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha.
Right for the Golden Eaglets, today they will find out if they'll actually make it to the Under 17 World Cup as they take on Burkina Faso later tonight out there in Algeria. And of course, the Golden Eaglets, we told you yesterday, even the coach Bade is confident that they will qualify for the Under 17 World Cup at the expense of sub-regional rivals Burkina Faso in Algeria. Winners of today's encounter between the two West African countries will book an automatic ticket to the World Cup, and this will be the second time within a year that both countries have clashed after the Nigerians stopped Junior Stallions 2-1 in the final of the WAFU B Under 17 AFCON qualifiers in Ghana last June. Striker, of course, Nigerians. For the Nigerian striker Agada, he said, "We pray to play well according to instructions of our coaches." And he said Burkina Faso is a good team, no doubt, but we are optimistic of winning by converting our chances into goals. We work very hard to win the game. So, I mean, all is now set for that encounter tonight. Like we said yesterday, this is the most important match of this tournament for the Golden Eaglets. And, I mean, throughout all, right from the group stages, we always hear, even in their first match, after the match, you hear the coach come out and say, "We made some mistakes." Same for the second match, like that. So today, no mistakes will be tolerated because any slightest mistake on any of the sides, you'll be punished.
I like that word. No slightest mistake. But in today's game, there's no second chance.
At all.
Just like you rightly sound the warning, is to ensure that they take out all, they go all out and do the job correctly, and you human, although you can't completely rule out human error, but they should try as much as possible to avoid any most unnecessary errors. Because unlike the match against Morocco that they lost to Morocco due to their own mistake on their own accord. If trust, God forbid, trust it didn't happen today, there's no circumstance. In the Morocco game, in the group stage, if you lost your first match, you can still have an opportunity to amend the second match. And that's what they did. They get the opportunity to amend the mistake against Morocco, against South Africa, and God on their side. They actually amend. But tonight, there's no such opportunities. Anything short of victory today, you are already out of the competition. And we hope that should not be felt on the Golden Eaglet. And just like the strikers of Agada's friend, let's say, the West African rivals, the Burkina Faso, are not a small team. They're not a mere team. They are not a pushover. They are a strong side. The fact that the Golden Eaglet beat them in the final of the World Cup does not mean that we have a superior dominance over them. It was a game of 11 versus 11, but so the Golden Eaglet were lucky on that day and were able to match out their opponent and they take their chances against the Burkina boys in the World Cup final. Today again they are clashing again. I see that it's a match of that final. But the fact that you win the final does not mean that you are going to have a superior hand or an edge over them today. So all the Obade and his boy need to do. And a whole lot of people have also looking at the tactical game of this Obade. They are two very rigid, they are two very football. Yes, it's good to be very disciplined. It's not everything that is all about hard luck or all about discipline. They are about too hard on the game. So they need to play a very flexible game and free themselves to. Sometimes a coach has to allow players to also express themselves. Because when you compare a player to a second limit rule, so you deprive them of the opportunity to express themselves and deprive them of the opportunity to go extra mile to get the result because of the fear that if I make a step, the coach will caution me. The coach are already allowed, already tell me I shouldn't go beyond. But that at the same time also, sometimes it could be counterproductive. Like I said, even a bigger team, even tough coach, allow their players sometimes. Yes, it's good to control the players and let them play to your instruction, but allow them sometimes to also have their own a man of their own to do extra things on their own to get the job done. Provided they are, if by the time you discover that they are going out on their own is trying to go contrary to the game plan, you can call them to honor. But No, but something just allow them, let them spread themselves. That may give us opportunities to get the job done.
Exactly, and that match comes up later, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and we will be keeping an eye on that. Yesterday, also one of the quarterfinal matches also went down yesterday. It was Senegal against South Africa. Recall that South Africa qualified as one of the best losers, and end of the road for them as tournament favorite. Senegal actually trashed South Africa 5-0 yesterday to book a place in the semi-final and also book a World Cup ticket. And it's interesting to know that the winner of this encounter between Nigeria and Burkina Faso will take on Senegal in the semi-final. But for me, at that point, I mean, no worries. For me, is get the World Cup ticket first. If we get the World Cup ticket coming against Senegal, of course we can decide to experiment or whatever. But I mean, the target is getting the World Cup ticket. For Senegal now, they have the World Cup ticket. I'm sure their eyes will be on the title now. Going ahead of this competition, a lot of bookmakers have tipped Morocco and Senegal to actually play in the finals. And same here, except the Golden Eaglets. Well, let's win this match first. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's overcome Burkina Faso first before I would say, okay, maybe the Golden Eaglets have what it takes to go to the final. But Senegal 5-0 over South Africa clearly shows that, look, we came here, we mean business. But for the South African side, unfortunately, I think they've conceded so many goals. Even in matches where they eventually won, they conceded. I think their defense has been problematic, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but I agree with you on what you say as concerning the Golden Eaglet. Yes, we have we have a Burkina Faso to pick up.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't add another head
Exactly.
and begin to worry about the Senegal. Because just like you say, if we begin to jump because I don't want to think about the Senegal, that would be counterproductive.
Exactly.
What we need to do, to me, Ebuka and his boy and whoever is connected to the team should just focus on this game and not to me, we are playing our final of the competition today. And we want to get that job done. To me, if we qualify for the World Cup, which is the lottery, either we win it or we don't win it, to me, it doesn't matter. But all we need to do is just get the team, get the boy to do the job, pick the World Cup ticket. After pick the World Cup ticket, if you are going to play, go and do whatever you want to do. The job is already done. And talking about Senegal, obviously something is happening in Senegal.
Yeah.
Senegal has begun to prove they are the king of football in Africa. All the titles of all the AFCON title at the moment is being held by Senegal, apart from the women title. The African Cup of Nations for men, Senegal. Home-based Cup of Nations for the Chan, Senegal. On a 20 Cup of Nations, Senegal. And here again, we are talking about under 17. They already have their eyes on the scene. And if you look at the match of play against South Africa, five goals without any reply. Clearly show that any team in this competition, if you get qualified and you have Senegal to contend, you already concede yourself in defeat and have a lot of things to worry before you face them. Senegal has begun to fully dominate African football scene, and I hope those at the helm of football in Nigeria are seeing what is happening in Senegal. To me, sometimes you need to take some stupid decision, and it may look stupid, but however, provided you get your job and you get what you want, it's nothing wrong if the officials at Nigeria can commit themselves to go to Senegal and study what is happening in Senegal. Look at their blueprint. What are they doing that we are not doing? So that we get our job. Because to me, obviously, in terms of football, in terms of running football, in terms of planning for the game of football in this country, is completely zero in this country. What is working?
All right, we'll go straight to the NPFL, where matches for match day 18, which will be the final matches of this season's NPFL, the abridged version, have been rescheduled. Of course, mainly due to some outstanding matches Rivers United have, and of course, the IMC had said that those Rivers United have 3 outstanding games, and these matches, dates have been fixed for 11 May, that is today, 15th, and May 18th. So they wanted a situation where they wait for Rivers United to play all of those outstanding matches so that on the 18th of May, everybody plays their last matches so that, it won't be a case of, room for manipulation. So for Rivers United begins today for their outstanding matches, and these matches are important for them. We'll see if they'll be able to make it onto the top 6. But rescheduling of these encounters, I think the IMC, it was necessary, it was instructive, and no surprises at all.
Yes, Alpha is still boiling down for our inadequacies in these countries and the way we plans and the way we compete. We take things differently from other side of the world. The fact that the River United are well playing in the continental competition does not mean to accumulate all this kind of outstanding.
Exactly.
If you go to the Europe, for instance,
You play on Thursday, you play during the weekend.
so we have team competing in the continental competition.
That's the price you have to pay for playing those competitions.
Competing in the competition, but here they don't accumulate also. But here in Nigeria, as far as the team is competing for the continental, is already a license for them to apply for the match to be postponed, which is not supposed to be. And it's all born for our universities, and at the same time, the all things that are influencing in the development of football in this country. It is not done anywhere, and it's not all well for football. Those at the helm need to teach people and started looking what others are doing that we're not doing.
All right, still on some NPFL news where for Rivers United, of course, players have cried out against alleged pay cuts in their salaries. Different players, spoke and said, look, their salaries from what they were receiving, some that money has been cut down to as much as 50% for various reasons. Well, for the coach Stanley Aguma, he said he's aware that there were some performance-based, all kinds of things. For me, your salary is your salary. You could talk, if you talk about bonus and all of that, and some other reports, some other inside sources I got said that actually the state government is not happy that they didn't go far in competition. So it's more like a way of punishing the players by paying them half salaries. You don't do that. Look, fine, they are in the competition. So did you sign in their contract that if you don't make it to the final of the competition stuff, we are going to pay half salaries? No. It's a competition. There's no guarantee that you're going to make it to the final of every competition you take part in. You could say, okay, some bonuses, of course, there are always performance-related bonuses. You could say, if you get to the so and so stage of the competition, we pay you X amount. If you don't get there, we don't pay you. That is understandable, but not cutting player salary because they didn't get to a certain stage of the competition.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if there's just like the question, if there's an agreement that there is a performance-based remuneration in their contract, then that's a different thing. But I agree with you that if you have signed a contract and you have the salary, should be your salary. But if you there's a performance-based remuneration, a performance-based reward, and if I didn't perform, the reward that you're supposed to give me, you deprive me of the reward of the benefit for performing well. But to say that because I didn't perform well, you deprive me of my basic salary. Because my basic salary is my basic means of living. And if you stop me from that, I think that it is not good. I think both sides need to come out and on the round table and talk to each other and need to understand this. The Rivers State government need to understand that the salary, the players earn the salary and their salary is their basic income. But if you come out to say, well, we are supposed to earn winning bonus fees for you to pay because of this, we are not going to pay you.
That's understandable.
That is understanding the community understanding. But sometimes club also take decisions to conscious players. If some players are beginning to feel so much arrive or feel so much that they have so much on their lives, become so big to behave anyhow, you also need to teach them some lessons. Bring them back to
but even that, there are so many ways of doing it, not by cutting one salary. I think there are many ways of, if a player is, because like we say, because in Nigeria we do things differently. I don't hear in other countries where you say if a player goes against the rules of club, most of the time the club finds you, not to say, okay, because you are earning the year you did a mistake that led to a goal. So this week, from your 280 you earn, we are going to pay you 150. If there's a misconduct, what the club does is we fine you exactly, and not to say your salary. Your salary exactly.
That's why sometimes some clubs buy big players. You see the player sitting on the bench.
Exactly.
Even any more than the player
is not playing.
Even any more than the player
who is playing.
Exactly. Because of what he has in his contract.
Exactly. All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Hobby continues. Stay with us.
sponsorship, and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that break. Still Sports Orbit. To some athletics, somewhere Athletics Federation President Tonobo Okowa says the governing body will not relent in its duty of educating athletes on the implications of drug use to enhance their performance. The Okowa, who is still smarting from Nigeria's excellent performance at the recently concluded Confederation of African Athletics Championship for under 18 and under 20, said performance enhancing drugs. They said the AFN has always, as a matter of duty, continued to hold enlightenment program to educate our athletes on the implications of drug use. At every campaign exercise, we sensitize athletes and have not stopped doing so. While it is the responsibility of every athlete for what he or she takes in as medications or supplements, it is also not in the interest of the country for athletes to fall into the doping web. We will therefore continue with sensitization at every given opportunity. I mean, nothing strange as expected. Each one of the job as AFN that you, even though you said, yes, the athletes are responsible, but you won't say because athletes are responsible for whatever they take, then you won't still, because, I mean, like before every competition, every year, WADA releases some set of, because there might be, tomorrow WADA might say, okay, taking Panadol now has been banned, and athlete might not even be aware. So it's a duty of AFN to at least to continue to sensitize these people, to continue to update them, or because every time WADA brings a list of banned substances, there are something who maybe used to be normal that, are no longer normal. Because I can even imagine that, I'm sure even things like ordinary cola, I'm sure you can't even take cola. So WADA can do some things. We all remember the case of Okagwe who taking a growth hormone or something like that, something previously that wasn't, was very normal. Exactly, so, I mean, it's expected.
Yeah, the message would have come that any better than any time than now. It is good that the Tenor of course and Spanish this, and I believe that it's not just speaking to the press. Sometimes those are the Nigerian officials are very good at when they have themselves face with the camera or face with the media or face with the guy that just say all the fantastic all things that all things that you feel that they are not even aware of. But I hope he's not just speaking to the press, and I hope that what he's just speaking is what they are already doing and what they are already doing, because there's no any better time to begin to caution athletes than now. We are talking about Paris Olympic is just a month away, not even just a year. We still have a year away, just more than a year away. And qualification for Paris Olympic has started, all the process to the Paris Olympic has started, and whatever you take now can also manifest in a year time. So we need to caution that and begin to care. Several things that ordinarily people we as ordinary person don't even see as an offense or even see as an enhancement are being become prohibited drug. Sometimes when we hear that say somebody is caught with drug, does not mean that you necessarily take any hard drug or you take any very drug. Sometimes some people feel he has gone mad or he has been No. It's some
something as simple as Panadol.
It's just ordinary thing that all of us take. That because they are only and because the thing that they are for it, and now if you are athlete, most of this all this energy drink that you are drinking, it's prohibited for them. They can't take all this energy drink and that me and you take. Let's talk of just a coffee and nothing. And even the Panadol you talk about, he said, and the Colanos you think is a normal food that is most of us from the north yet. Planning mark from the farm, but it can be quoted as a drug, it can be quoted as a performance enhanced. So these are some of those things. But and it's good that just like you say, it's good that the AFM need to get their sensitization campaign on. Talk to athletes, not just talk to the media, talk to the athlete one-on-one and monitor the athlete. They are crucial key athletes, what they are taking now, what they are taking and what they should be taking now. They should be, doctors will need to be talking to the athlete on a weekly basis.
Very well. Now to some transfer news. Of course, yesterday it was revealed by Fabrizio Romano, the transfer bureau that Jude Bellingham, the England and Borussia Dortmund midfielder, has agreed personal terms with Real Madrid. Recall that Bellingham, one of the most talented midfielders out there currently, has been courted by many clubs. The likes of United, Liverpool have also been eyeing him seriously, but looks like he has agreed personal terms with Madrid. But Madrid is yet to agree a fee with his club, Borussia Dortmund. Well, if it's true, I mean, good one for Madrid. They have this habit of trying to wrap up things, get the best, and do it quickly so that there won't be any bidding war. The season hasn't even ended, and if they are able to secure this, it will be good. A very vibrant player, and if you're looking at the kind of players Madrid are signing, young players, you could see that this is the reason why teams like Madrid, from the 50s till date, are still the top they are. Exactly.
And if you look at the Madrid team, the midfield, they are beginning to have aging players.
Exactly. So quickly they are replacing them.
Luka Modric, they are beginning to replace them quietly and building for the future.
Exactly.
Why they already have a team who is competing, they are already building.
Yeah.
Even the likes of Rodri and they're still young. Even the Brazilian guys, they are very young. They are also a player for the future. But they are already married with the experienced one at the team, and they are bringing more to it. Already you look, they're started looking beyond the life of Benzema and the life of all those things. And that's what they begin to look for key players to buy. But one thing is that it's like Dortmund are a team that is not ready to be among the best in here. But I'm oftentimes surprised why Dortmund always allow their best players to leave.
I think Dortmund has always had that habit. Same for Ajax too. They are more of a selling club. They have just build a player, the talent, and let's go. With discovering young talented players when you mature, and they sell you for a very.
It's like they're just into the business. They are not
I think so.
So I'm beginning to feel disturbed. Starting from several key players like many of them want to build everything when it comes at the peak. When those players are supposed to deliver, then you let them go.
All right, we'll go to the Champions League. Of course, yesterday it was that all-important derby in the UCL finals, first leg, and Inter drew first blood against arch-rivals AC Milan in that one, thanks to goals by Edin Dzeko and Henrik Mkhitaryan. I mean, Edin Dzeko and Mkhitaryan, these were players who
were freezing players.
Exactly. It looked like they were completely finished. Going to Italy and doing very well. Inter taking that one 2-0 away.
I couldn't believe I said Mkhitaryan and Dzeko.
I didn't even know Mkhitaryan was still playing football. So I was surprised to see his name on the score sheet. Though I didn't watch the match, but going through the review, I was surprised that.
But obviously, honestly, if you look at what I don't know what will happen to Milan. In the first 3 minutes, they are considered to go, and I don't know what will happen to that. But if you watch that the Milan derby yesterday, people are beginning to sound another different tools. Maybe it could be going because there has been a very long time when this trophy went to the Milan. Yeah. Whether the Milan wanted to take it back now, and I said, so if you look at the time Milan got the first goal and contain their city rival for the rest of 90 minutes, after allowed them to score any goal. Maybe what happened in 2010 when Inter Milan come from nowhere, surprise everybody, and take the Champions League. Maybe it's about to happen again 30 years after when they were led by Mourinho, and it's about to happen again from the start. Nobody gave Inter Milan a chance to even get to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and here they are in the final. And this is the surprise. As it is now, they look more. A more suitable person for the final than any other club. And whoever they face, well, it is Milan. Milan still have the 50 chance to redeem their league. That's also qualified. But however, looking at that, the clash with the Milan derby yesterday, people are now beginning to see things different the way the Champions League is going to be. So I'm one of those who feel that the winner between Madrid and Manchester United will be champion. But after watching those two sides yesterday, Milan will be something else.
Yeah. Right, also for the Europa League, also semi-final matches will go down today. We have those fixtures. We'll take a look at them. Of course, it will be Juventus against Sevilla, while Jose Mourinho's Roma, interesting, was also in the semi-final against Bayern Leverkusen. So for Mourinho also has a chance of going to the final, playing at home in the first leg. Then Juventus also against Sevilla. Interesting matches Juventus Sevilla is going to be.
But what if you look at this season, something is very significant in Serie A.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like say sometimes the Serie A league they win through, and it's like the game in Israel
Exactly.
because having two Italian clubs in the final of the Champions League and two Italian clubs in the final of the Europa Cup clearly show that the Serie A game is being required. It's coming up again. So I'm afraid maybe very obviously we are going to say that if any of these titles
definitely in the two competitions, one Italian team
must definitely. But the champions they were sure that one Italian team will be in the final, and for the final of the Europa Cup, one Italian team also still have where it can be possible that they knock it out. But the like of Mourinho, once Mourinho gets close to the final, it's always difficult to allow to knock him out of that stage. But we put it that the game, the Serie A game is being wow.
Of course, and if you notice in the last couple of 2-3 seasons, there's been injection of a couple of players into the league.
And some of the key players, some of the good players who even dreaded not to even go to that, not even see Israeli competitive, are beginning to move to the Israeli again.
Yeah. All right, those matches come up 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and we will keep an eye on that. That's our package for today's episode of the program. Tomorrow we'll be back with our Friday edition of Sports Orbit. Do join us once again at 4 p.m. Sanko, thank you once again for coming on today. To come your way tomorrow again, do have a wonderful time out there. My name is Afacho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.